Okay, so
GM drive shaft, universal joints.
I'm gonna show you. This is on a Sierra.
They're all the same.
But
Right,
you know,
so now
all the same style. If you're doing these,
when you get these off, right? New ones come with C-clips on the inside, okay?
these are different than the ones that usually have the clips that would be
on the outside. So some have an outside, like an outside retaining clip, like a spring clip that goes in here.
Yeah.
All right, now these sit flush,
Which I
right?
probably have one.
Don't worry, watch. This sits flush, okay? These have a C-clip on the inside.
They get held down by the factory.
Right.
It's
just a little tab.
Little tab.
But now, when you look, you're like, well, what's holding the inside? Nothing, right? Okay. See those two little protruding little things? If you take a file, you'll see that they're plastic. It's like hard plastic or like glue, hot glue gun looking thing. So how do you get those off? This is how you get them off. Get yourself a nice little torch. These actually come off. This is the one that's broken. It's all messed knocking up around, making a noise and all kinds of crap.
This is all broken.
Right. Okay. So now, if you keep your eye on that, see how it melts. Right, what they do is from the factory, there's a hole on the top and a hole on the bottom, and they just fill it with that nylon glue or plastic. So what you're doing is you're going to melt it. It'll come out like a snake. Got to get hot enough, right?
Nice and hot.
And then all of a sudden it'll start coming out.
Probably from the bottom.
There it goes. Ready? Look. Yeah, there we go. Ready? Look at it. See? See? See it? And the bottom's doing the same thing.
Okay. You're melting all the glue out of it. Heat expands. Look at that.
There goes the bottom. Okay. There it goes. Ready? Look. There goes that one. Okay. Whoop. Another one.
Don't stand in front of it just in case.
There we go. Ready? And then, where's my orange hammer?
Over there on the floor.
You got the Italian wrench out.
All right, hang on.
One of my favorite tools.
Use it every day.
Stand over here. Stand over that way. Now what you do is, give yourself enough room. You're gonna pop each one out. So you put it up on here like this. Okay. Ready?
You're hitting the drive.
You're hitting
shaft,
this,
not the top.
Yeah,
of it.
not this. This.
Okay.
And that's the rusty one.
And there's one.
So see how that's got grease on it?
Yeah.
And that's not from heating it up. That's rusty. See, we heated that side up too, right? That one still got grease on it.
Yep.
So there's your noisy. All right, you put this one back in here.
Do the same thing.
That. That one probably still has more to come out.
Well,
You got to get it out with that. So.
Yeah.
There it goes. Like I said, see that one? So if you look at it, how that wore out, it's almost got a point to it.
Yep.
Like it tapers down. That's how bad that one got. Then you just
Clean these out.
clean all this crap out. Now you don't care about the glue in there anymore because that's not going to affect nothing. But if you really want to melt it out, you can, right? So, okay. Melt all the glue out of it.
I got a screwdriver over there. And get that melted out.
Okay, so finish cleaning it all up. Make sure there's nothing in there. Make sure you use Moog if you could, because there's a lot of cheap ones. You'll be doing this again in 3 or 4 months. The Moog ones are good. They fit good. Everything's nice. Okay. They come with the clips, and so now some of them, see that boss right here? That's tapped and drilled for a grease fitting. But because this, what happens is this gets so tight, there's no room. So they put one on the end like that, and you use that little thing. And then that, the grease fitting, the tip, it's like looks like a needle, and it goes on there and it just greases it.
Okay.
So now you're gonna take your 4 caps off.
Make sure you don't lose.
Yeah, all them
when you
needles.
pull it off. Make sure all the needles are in there.
Okay, so now this is the tricky part.
Don't drop it on the floor.
You're gonna put this in here. You're gonna feed it in and feed it in. This, you want this on. You don't want to bang this in here because all the needles will come out. So you put that on there like that, right? And you tap the groove. Okay,
sure
you're kind of holding that in there and tapping this at the same time. Okay. And you're gonna only go in. You could press them in with the vice, whatever, same thing.
All right, so I'll show you guys. That one's all the way on.
It's gonna go in more, but for now it's far enough in. Now you bring it out to meet the other one.
Make sure that you have this inside of it, or else when you try to put it on, all the pins will fall out.
Like that.
So make sure you keep that in there.
Tap this one in, flush, right?
Yep.
And this one in, flush. And then you got to just make sure that this still moves around. I'm going to show you that in a second. So, got one clip now on the inside. Like that. And one clip on this side. Like that.
Little screwdriver.
This one needs to go in more, like this. And then that clip goes right in. See it?
Yep.
Okay. Now, you want to make sure that this moves. See how it's tight? So you give it a little, and now it's nice and free. Okay? See the difference? Okay. Make sure that's freed up. The other two will go on, and then you put 2 C-clips on this, and that's what holds it from coming out with the little straps that it's got.
Keep the little strap because
This is
didn't
going
come
like
with
that.
it.
No, not
so.
that. I'm talking about that like that.
Yeah.
Then that's going to go on here, and the straps. This sits in the.
Right.
Okay.
They put those from the factory just so you don't have to.
So you don't lose them.
Lose them when you're sitting like this or whatever.
That's what's going to happen like that. Okay. But for now, we're just going to take these off so I don't lose them because we're going to do the other side.
Okay.
All right. Other side.
Same process.
Okay. Same thing. This one has glue on all 4. So all 4 of them got to get melted out.
Okay.
We melt all those out, and then we'll show you the same thing.
Basically all the same process from before, so. You guys get the basic idea of how to do it.
You want to be careful when you're doing this, because the grease that's in there, it's sealed with that little seal, like that one. See how it's spitting? Sometimes it'll just pop, and you'll end up with hot grease on you. Okay.
We're gonna get all these.
Melted,
off, and we'll show you guys the other part.
and I'll show you how to bang these 2 out. Right? Melted that out now. You're gonna take the yolk off first.
Hot. Be careful.
Hot tamales. And flip it over. Put that on there. Okay? Just remember, everything's hot. Same thing. Melt this one. Turn that way. Knock that through. Okay? Now, if yours has little C-clips in it from the factory, then all you just got to pry the little clip. You could get you take a little chisel or a little screwdriver, and you just pry the little C-clip out. If it's got the internal clips. If it's got external clips, you need a pair of just needle nose pliers. You bang them around a little bit, spray some penetrating oil, and then you squeeze them together and pull them out. If I can find one, I'll show you before we're done.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I got someplace in here.
So when you're doing this, also, no, you can't put them both in at the same time.
Well,
And try to, well,
it's hard to do it that way because if they
squish
pop,
them
then you
together.
can't get nothing out. You gotta make sure. Go ahead.
you can do
Try
it
to
without the vise, you know, but
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. That's it. Knock them together. Put 2 clips on it, and that's it. That one. And that one. Nice. Okay. And you put your little C-clips in there, and you're done.
now the other ones,
Now, the other style, the cap of the joint sits further in, and there's a groove in the dry shaft and in the yoke, and one of these sitting there. So you would take your needle nose, and the needle nose would sit, you'd squeeze it, right? And it goes inside, so it's an inner, right? So these are called outside style clip. These are called inside clip. The factory does the plastic, so there's no clips involved. They just put them in there, melt the glue in it, and it's done.
okay,
GM anyway.
yeah,
Okay, so I'm gonna put the little grease fitting in there, and we're done. Okay?
Alright, guys.
And that's how you do your joints.
So don't forget to like and subscribe for us. Check out some of the other videos we got on different things we do. Alright. Catch you next time.